Yo, what's up? It's the Street Sciences. You watch my channel. So this is more of an introduction video. I mean, you guys kind of might not know who I am, or you may know who I am, especially if you were at NAMM this year. I'm a mastering engineer here at MillionDollarSnare. This is our facility, and yeah. Today we're going to talk about my upbringing, where I come from, and how I really got into music, and how I got here today as a mastering engineer. So this first introduction is really going to be in a format similar to what I'm going to call in the future a production profile. This is just an introduction of me, but the questions I'll be asking, it may be different for mixing engineer, producer, songwriter, but these are questions that will be asked for people in the future when I start doing interviews and things like that.
All right, so talk to us a little bit about how you got into music and how you got into mastering.
So I got into music really early. My uncle Ed, rapper, producer, engineer, and it kind of started there on Logic. He had a bunch of old gear and audio equipment, and I just didn't listen to things normally. My grandma would write songs or play on her guitar. She would always sing, learning my name, learning different things like math, English, science. She would make songs out of thin air and literally just sing it, and then it would get stuck in my head, and that's how I learned something. Something like how a kid learns their ABCs. And then I kind of always liked music. I would sing. I tried out for talent shows. Even when I was bad, I used to try everything. But then I really fell in love with the craft of like going into music. I really wanted to be an engineer, like looking under my uncle. And I was just really thinking about engineering in the future. So I was in high school, and I just kind of took mixing and mastering a lot more seriously, starting on trying to mix and master on like Pro Tools, like LE at the time, or Pro Tools first. And I don't know what it's called now, but I was on like light edition of Pro Tools, and then also on Logic Pro X, and even tried on FL, but that's never gonna work. Actually, don't mean to offend you FL guys. It'll work. I'm playing. It doesn't matter what DAW you use, you can make music. And how I got into mastering was I was in college and we were mixing, and I just noticed everybody was sending their mixes to a mastering engineer, and we had two or three people, me included, who wanted to be mixing engineers. And then I was like, hey, we need a mastering engineer. All the best, Ali, 40, all these guys are sending their mixes to like mastering engineers. So I was just like, I'll be your guys' mastering engineer. And that's how I got started. And just in case you didn't get it from that last bit, maybe you didn't understand the timeline, I did not start off mastering, and I kind of went into that. I don't think any mastering engineer actually starts off mastering. I think that you start with songwriting, producing, even mixing. I feel like the transition from mixing to mastering is a lot more common, but no, I did not start off mastering. I songwrite, produce, and I was mixing way before I was mastering. And then when I was mixing, I thought I was mastering by throwing an L2 on and turning that up. That's not what it is. And you'll see later on in this channel that it's a lot more detail oriented, and you kind of have to be a little bit more focused and cognizant of what you're doing and how every minute move and every little detail will change the record.
So can you quickly define what the role of a mastering engineer is to you?
The role of a mastering engineer to me is to maximize the record to its fullest potential. Get it dynamic, loud, try to balance it out sonically. You want it to be as sonically stable and nice and pleasant. You want it to actually be ear candy. You want the record to be able to translate on all systems, cars, phones, Bluetooth speaker, your AirPods, and you want them to be able to translate to each DSP, so Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, and then also CDs and vinyl. You just want to make sure that the record is able to be at its most optimum level and the best that it could be on every single platform. And make sure that you're not doing anything that's actually hurting the record. Make sure you're not losing dynamics, because the one thing about a master it can ruin a good mix. And that's why good mastering engineers are sought after, because a bad master can ruin a good mix. Our job is to enhance the record, bring out all of the greatest details, and that's the role of a mastering engineer.
Talk to us a little bit about what kind of projects excite you as a songwriter.
As a songwriter, I really like projects where the emotion is put forth and I know exactly what the artist is trying to convey, and I can put that on a piece of paper in lyrics and then give them a melody, or even have them take their spin on the melody that I gave them and allow it to just expand and become what it is. I think that's the beauty of song. It's just words, right? Until that melody comes in, and then that ear candy just enhances what we put forth.
What sort of genres do you want to work in as a songwriter?
I feel like I'm more comfortable in R&B, but I really want to get into rock and pop. I do like punk a little bit, but I'm not sure if I'm around that scene enough to be able to write for that genre. But I do want to get into vocal performance jazz, like vocal jazz. That would be amazing, but for now it's just R&B and pop.
Dope. So what do you want this YouTube channel to really be about?
Embracing the crazy. I really want that to be the statement. We need to put that on a t-shirt or something by the end of this channel. When you guys see how much embracing the crazy means to me, I want us to be able to be entertaining, educational, talk about the flaws, the things we've been through, lessons that we've learned, but I also want us to just embrace how crazy our dreams are and accept that crazy is okay. And yeah, so that's it for this interview. My boy GoodWaterRemi. Just pop up in camera real quick.
What's good, guys?
And yeah, this is gonna be production profiles. I'm gonna have other engineers and producers in the future. I'm not sure if I can make this a weekly thing yet, but I'm gonna try to get as much content out to you. I wanna thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, give me your ideas, and let's start a community.